went down to KegLand and picked this box up. Now, it was in a little locker. I had to go in there, put a code in, get inside, have a look around at the it's recording. Had a look around at the place and tried to introduce myself, and of course nobody was around to actually talk to. It's not a retail place to go to, but I went to a shed. They had a little locker inside the shed, so the roller door went up, went to have a look at the locker, grabbed my item out of my locker, 228 I think it was, or something like that. Pulled this out, and that's how it came. Dirt all over the top. You think they'd just get a cloth and quickly wipe it off, wouldn't you? But they didn't. So I'm a bit wary, so I'll get that. As you can see, it's dirty. So I'll grab a cloth, quickly wipe the dust off it from the warehouse. Now I get things from where I work in retail, and the warehouse brings stuff in from over our warehouse, and we don't put it out and put it on the floor. I dust everything off and clean it. It's just common courtesy. Not complaining, sorry, not complaining, their products are great. So we'll open her up. Now, as you know, this is a KegLand fermenter washer. It also does kegs. So I want to use this to create a bit less work for me when I clean everything and get ready. So here we go, we're going to open her up. This is the first time opening it. We obviously grab a bucket. This is what's in it, a little white bucket, just nothing written on it. We'll discard the box. So if you guys are interested, this is not a paid promotion or anything like that. I paid for this through my Patreons and was able to get this to make my life easier. I've been videoing for quite some time now. So we have to peel the little side tab off. This will open it up properly. Now, I don't think anybody's ever done an unboxing of one of these, and I do appreciate unboxings. When I go to buy something, I'd like to look at it and see what it's all about. So we'll open the box up, nicely sealed. Bloody hard to open. Holy jeez. I have opened these before, it's never been this hard. Right, nearly there. Oh, that's one. Holy crap. Alright, there we go. Now this is not a fermenter. It won't be a fermenter, it's just a wash bucket. Oh my god. Oh. Right, we got it. That's open. So what we've got is our wash bucket, our wash tube. I haven't even looked into this or looked at the instructions yet. We've got all our bits, so the bits and connectors, and our tray to hold our fermenter or keg in. I'll cut these little cable ties off. Now this product has been designed by KegLand, what I can tell, and produced by a Chinese company somewhere in China. So we're going to have that. So first I'll open up this box, open it up. This has got the pump in it. Now I've got a similar pump, probably not as powerful, but I've got a similar pump as this. Now by the look of what I can see here, there's a tray down the bottom. Now I can guess straight up that this pump will sit at the bottom of this bucket on that tray. I'll take this cable tie off. Now that's, you know, providing that I put everything else on that is needed to get this all done. So that will go right there. And it looks like it's almost centralized to, or close to, what I need to do. So central to the actual area. And that's the power cable. I'll bring that up through here because that's going to be interesting. Get that out of the way. Now, this will have to be filled up with cleaning solution. So I'll now open the bags up and have a look. There is no instructions. I can't find, unless this is it. Oh, hang on. Here it is. Okay, it's a pump instruction manual. It tells you how to use it. It doesn't tell you how to put it together. Warning, ensure that electric pump cords loop, because do not loop. That electric cords loops below the electric outlet. Oh yeah, of course. So the water doesn't run down and hit the electrical spark or arc it. Okay, it says a limited warranty on that, I can tell. It says here the product is guaranteed for 12 months from the purchase of the material. Manufacturer defects certificate of guarantee must be filled out completely by resale dealer and must comply. So in other words, KegLand has to give us a certificate. It's not going to happen. Anyway, let's get the other bits out and see what's in there. So we've got a bunch. I'll just pop this tray up here. We'll tip it all out in here and see what we've got. So we've got a tube, pipe. Don't know what that's for yet. We shall find out. We've got a couple of ball lock connectors. Some quick connects. I say something or other is going to go together. We would suggest that goes in there and this goes, no. Got to figure this out. All right. I'll suggest that goes in there then. So, no doubt, I watched a video on this and tried to figure out what was going on. I watched a video from the Homebrew Network, and Gash there is always been to my rescue. He's always been there. I learnt a lot from him. Got a few bugs in here. It's getting late at night. It's mid-autumn, and got some bugs coming in. You know, it's been a bit of a hectic day. Anyway, Gash from the Homebrew Network has taught me this. I've never actually spoke to him myself. He has help me again. He always does. I urge you to check his channel out, subscribe, get involved. He's absolutely brilliant. He is a Patreon in my account as well, in my channel, and it's brilliant having him there. He's just really informative and a really good bloke. He talked me through it. He worked it out straight away. He said he'd never put one together. He just guessed most of his way through and he got it right. 2 tubes. This is a base tube. This is a T connection. This is a tube that goes up through the fermenter. You just throw them together. Just throw them together such... Oh, look, if you throw them together like this, you probably won't need thread tape because it's not a sealed connection. You don't really need it. The joiner is basically just for the base. That will run through the pipe into your pump. And then from the top, the fluid has to come out, and there's like a little diffuser, I suppose, water diffuser. Whoop. That will go in the top and just lock on. So everything just pretty much hand tight. It's not a big deal. Then you have your ball lock connection. No, you have your quick connect that will thread here. Basically, this outlet here is for your kegs. So when you want to clean out your kegs, you can put these... You can connect this to your ball lock connection in your keg to run to both points, so it cleans out the pipes and tubes as well while it runs. So that's that assembled. Now you still have your pump. So this should be pumped or placed on your pump, like so. I will remove that from there. Oh, and it all falls apart on me. Look at that, it all fell apart. And the little stoppers all came off. So that's a that's a challenge, okay. Well, at least I know they suck. Okay, I'll pop them back on. Before I do that, you can place this any way you like. I've just screwed it on tightly. Doesn't matter where you have it. You can have it sideways like this. You can have it straight, wherever you want. If you put a bit of thread tape on, if you put a bit of thread tape on, it will probably help as well. I'll probably have to do that actually because I've just buggered the thread up on it. But I'll leave it like this at the moment. This is tight for me, hand tight. Won't go any tighter because it's going to pop if I do. What we do then is cut a length of this off, probably, you know, enough to probably curve up like that, maybe. So, you know, what's that? 30 centimeters? That'll do. We'll cut that off. Now we need to throw that or put that into our quick connect or our end like that. Pop it in so it's nice and tight, and that's our pipe connected. Then we need to add it to our T-piece. I'll put the lid back on so we've got somewhere to work. Throw that on there just like so. These two quick connects are so good, aren't they? They're so easy to work with. So it's our pipe and a connector and a T-piece connected. Now this is going to divide up into 2 equal pipes, to connect up to our keg. So we'll, ow, I just bit my finger. Cut that. Now I've got a pair of scissors, they're pretty sharp and they cut fairly even. Sometimes it'll get a few dags on it. So I'll just quickly trim it so it is nice and even. That's better. So it connects up really well. Now these will go into our quick connector like this. Like that. And the other one goes on the other side, which I need to cut better. Actually, it's the other end, isn't it? Yeah. I'll quickly connect that one on the other end. So we've got two in and out, or it's just in. And what they've supplied is a in and out ball lock connector. Now these have been around for a while. Like I said, this is 2 years old now, but it's something that's been on my mind to get, and I decided to get it to make my job, my world easy. So we'll pop another connector on here. You know, you only have to put these hand tight. They will seal because they have a little rubber seal at the end. And we'll do it on both ends. You can put thread tape on it if you want to seal it more, and that's something you should choose to do. And you can nip it up with a bit of a spanner just to make it a little bit tighter so it doesn't come undone while you're working on it, which is what I'll do. Right. So that one goes in one end. And this one goes in the other. Now, I was watching Gash, and he was saying to push these in and pull out a little bit so it locks on. So I didn't know to do that until now. So that's our connector. That's our T-piece going into, that's part of the keg wash. That is going into our ball locks later on when we clean a keg. This part is just for the fermenter. So it's the middle of the night. It's very dark at the moment outside. I'll do this tomorrow. This set up, ready to go. I'll put 5 litres of water in, put some detergent in there, which is the powdery Mangrove Jacks PBR stuff. I'm outside at the moment because it's good light out here at the moment. It's about to rain, so I've got to work really quick. I've got my dirty keg, so I'm going to use the keg first. So I'll pop the lid off. Actually, you can chuck the lid in there to give that a clean and attach my 2 pipe ends to my innards and outs. So gas and serving pole post. Don't know how they're going to work this upside down already. I've got some, probably tip out some of the excess. Throw that in there. How's it going to sit? Oh, throw that down there. Put that down there. Put that like that. Alright, it's going to tip over. Hang on. A little bit awkward. We'll work it out. Nope, it's not working. So these pipes are going to have to come up through the centre. Maybe. So I can do that. Maybe not. Outside. Nothing like working it out, is there? I'll just throw that in there. Oh, here we go. Now it sits. Right. So the idea now is to turn it on and see what happens. Oh, there's a nice little spider on there. Look at that. Nice little spider on the base. Got to be careful, don't we? Anyway, we'll fire up. Let's have a look. Ready for it? Just like that. It's running through the keg nicely. And of course we've got them coming up through the pipes here. So they'll be injecting into the pipes that we've got. And you can hear it swooshing up inside. So I'll let that run for about, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. just to give it a good clean. Once it's clean, I'll come back and do the keg, do the fermenter. Oh, spotless. It is spotless. Look at that, nice and clean. Now I'm really happy with that. I'll just give it a quick clean, rinse out with fresh water, and we'll be happy. So what we're going to do now is put this fermenter in, give that a good old clean. It's not dirty-ish, but it's dirty. I just give it a rinse when I first used it. So I'm going to give that a go. Now I'm going to leave it in its little brace. That was just water. So I should be able to leave the little plungers out and just sit that on top. Switch it on, and it shouldn't go flying. Oh look, how's about that? So of course, if it had dirt and krausen ring around the edges, you leave it on for half an hour until it all disappears. I'm giving this a quick 10 minutes just to give it a good clean because I rinsed it after I used it, and now I've got this. I'm going to use this more often. And of course, nothing comes out of the outlets here. Doesn't need to because basically, pressure does build go through there, so that works. So we're on a winner. So I knocked it. So I've actually knocked it off its axis. I think this has come off one of its suction cups, and that's all that's going to happen. So it does have suction cups on the feet, and they very easily let go. So I've run that for a little bit. So I suppose the thought process would be I could attach one of these to just clean that out. I'll probably do it in here. You could probably do it with both. Just hold it there for a second just to clean these guys out so you don't have to. So that one there is the pipe, so that can be cleaned as well. They can go in. That works too. So probably, the thought would be, I could just throw that in there as I'm going, and it will just clean everything out. So, and it all gets rinsed out. Now, of course, I've knocked it off its axis, so it's going to be on an angle, but it works. It's doing the job. Look at that. So in conclusion, this product seems to be pretty good. It'll save you a whole heap of time and effort. Washing away these kegs, I've got 6 of them, so I'll do them all at once. When I set this all up, I'll have them all at once and make them clean, and then put it away and leave it stored until I need to use them, and put a bit of sanitizer and off I go. The product is okay, it's not excellent, I have to say, that's my opinion. But it works, and that's all I care. Just a bit fiddly trying to get all the pipes in here, trying to rinse this out. That's fine, it works. You gotta leave it for a little while, so you gotta be patient, and it will rinse out nicely, depending on how dirty things are. And the little pump on the bottom is just probably the only one that you gotta be really wary that if you move it, once you've set it up, you can pop the caps off. I'll show you in the picture. Basically, the caps pop off and all the rubber feet fall off. So it's really annoying. Other than that, it's a good product, and I'm glad to be able to use it. So I bought this from KegLand. It's all thanks to my Patreons that give me the money to help me keep going with this brewing adventure, and hopefully I'm helping some of you guys out too. This is a 2-year-old product too, so just so you know that. Cheers guys, we'll see you on the next one. Have a great one. If you ain't tired of me yet, baby, have you still got time for loving me?